Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel for another speed build. Today I'm really excited for the video because I attempted to build two townhouses on a single lot, and this is built in Newcrest on a 20 by 15 lot if I'm not wrong. I've previously built on this lot before. It was called the Architect's Modern House or something like this. So I'll link it in the description box down below if you're interested in seeing that. But today's video is gonna be two townhouses on a single lot. So recently I've been seeing a lot of townhouses speed build, and I really wanted to try my hand at one. So I got inspiration from two different townhouses and then just combined them both together onto this lot because I just think they look really good side by side. And actually this recording took me 3 separate days to finish. So this build will be separated into two different videos. So today's will be part 1 because if I didn't cut it, it'll be almost, I think, around 50 minutes long, and I really don't want to be doing a 50-minute long voiceover. So for part 1 today, mainly it will be building the shell, putting the wallpaper, a bit of landscaping for two of the builds, mainly just the front of the build, so front landscaping for both builds, and then afterwards we move to furnishing the second townhouse that I'll be building on later on. So right now we are just building the exterior of the first one. So for this one, I think it has more of an elegant vibe to it. I like the contrast of the white and the black. So I don't know, I think it really looks very nice. And then when it's placed side by side with this a bit more industrial looking townhouse, I don't know, they just kind of bring out the best of each other, I feel. Yeah. So for the second townhouse over here that you see, this definitely has more of an industrial vibe. So I went with the darker brick wallpaper. So it has part of it is brick, and then the other part of it is just black concrete, which I think it's really nice. And both of them have, actually no, so one of them, the white one, has a total of 3 levels, and then the darker one has 2 levels in total. Yeah, I actually forgot that the white one has 3 levels, to be honest. So it was so funny because I totally forgot about it and had to went in again to record me furnishing the so-called what do you call that, the attic room. I mean, you'll see later on, in the second part of this build. But I really like both townhouses, but if I was to pick one out of these two, I would say that my favorite is definitely the industrial looking one. I think it fits more of my vibe, and I don't know, everything about it is just, it just calls out to me, honestly speaking. But so for the industrial looking townhouse, it will be for a mixologist. And this mixologist lives alone currently, but then she also rents out one of her rooms to a college student, and this college student recently just moved in. So you can see later on in the build that I actually placed a lot of boxes on the ground just to make it look like, the college student is still trying to unpack. And yeah, so I think this college student probably also has some interest in cocktails and alcohol in general. So probably when he or she saw the notice that this mixologist is renting out a room, the college student probably thought maybe I could learn a thing or two here as well. So I thought it was a pretty cool idea to make this a thing. Originally I had thought of creating the second room as a roommate, or for the mixologist's relatives, niece or whatsoever. But I thought, maybe renting it out sounds pretty cool. Yeah, and I probably imagine that this college student can't really afford a dorm. So, and then because the rental fee here is a bit cheaper, that's why this college student just went for it. But yeah, so really can't wait for you guys to see the interior of it. But right now we're just doing a bit of the front landscaping, as you can see. So I really had a lot of trouble with the staircase. I honestly think it's a bit difficult for me, especially when it comes to like using staircases and the platforms in the game. I think it's really hard because somehow it doesn't work. Like I can't extend the staircase to like 2 tiles wide. I can only make it 1 tile, which is very annoying because I really wanted to create that very, I don't know, that very uniform look. But sadly I couldn't. But yeah, so either way, I hope everyone is doing well. Today is a Wednesday for me. I actually have nothing on like the next few days, so I I do have something on. So on Friday morning, I'll be going for a pottery class. It's like a trial class, so I'm really excited because I'll be able to just create 2 items, and the instructor will be doing like the glazing or something for me, and then I'll be able to collect it in the next 2 weeks. So I'm really excited for that. It's actually been something that I've wanted to do, and it's actually like a birthday gift from my sister, so I'm finally using it now, because the period of time when she told me about it, it was, still during school time, and it was really hard to find time for this. So right now, because school is over, I have a bit more time to myself, so that's what I'm gonna do. And right now we are moving into the interior. Really excited. Okay, so I've never actually used this floor tiles before, so I'm really excited to be using here. And I actually used quite a bit of the items from the industrial loft kit. I think they really look, and they just go really well with this whole theme, and I don't know, just the vibe here. Yeah, in essence, so really excited about that. So the ground floor, we have a very huge I don't even know what to call it. It's more so of a counter for mixing alcohol rather than like a place to cook. I don't even think the Sims in this build cook that much, but they do have, I did give them a stove, a fridge, but there's not a lot of kitchen clutter. It's more like the Mixologist clutter. So you can see that I actually took out a lot of wine glasses, basically a lot of wine glasses and so-called mixers that I added. So you will see later on, all of them are from Debug, and I think actually a lot of the stuff from for this build, I took it from Debug, so I think it's pretty cool. And instead of using the kitchen counters for the island, I thought it would be pretty cool to have this bartender counter sort of thing over here instead. I thought, maybe this mixologist invites people over, or maybe she holds I don't know, just friendly, what do you call that, like maybe she just open house to this kind of stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. I like this idea. And then I basically just placed a lot of alcohol at the back, behind the counter. So I think those are from City Living, if I'm not wrong. But I also played a lot with how I thought the counters should be, because initially I had wanted the counters to be about 5 tiles wide, but then the living room was gonna be a bit cramped and I really didn't want that, so I decided to keep it like this. But I really did struggle with the kitchen floor plan, at least for this build, but I think it turned out really nice and I really like how it looked in the end. So these are like the wine glasses that I'm taking out from Debug right now, and and some other, I don't know what to call it. Do you call them mixers? Like the transparent long glass. And then I also took out some flask, like those chemical flask. I thought it would be pretty cool, maybe some of the drinks can be placed into that chemical flask. I mean, it's pretty cool. And then I also got a lot of this kind of drinks, and I'm pretty sure they are from the Eco Lifestyle expansion pack, so those are from Debug as well. And then I also placed this, I don't even know what that is, but it looks pretty cool to be placed here. I thought it would suit this whole vibe that I was going for. So yeah, and I wanted to say something just now, but I can't remember. Oh my goodness. Let me see what I wanted to say. Oh yes, so I actually found the grocery bag and just some other packaging, and then like a handbag from the debug menu. So I took it out because I thought, it would be pretty cool if I could include it in this build. But then while building halfway, I thought, okay, you know what? For the other townhouse, I'm going to make it into a family townhouse. So I can probably use the handbag and the grocery bag in that build instead. So later on, you can see me placing it over in the other townhouse so that I don't forget that it's there. And then I also placed this exposed pipes because I thought, in order to really have that industrial looking vibe, I thought you really need to add that in. Yeah. And I love using these windows. I don't think I've actually used these windows, to be honest. Yeah, I honestly don't think I've used it before. So I really like that I used it here. And then I just added a few more bar stools, 4 bar stools actually, at the counter, and I thought it was really nice. So those bar stools are from the Industrial Loft kit, and right now we are moving on to the very small living area, if you would. And I think it's really nice, really cozy. I don't think I really see the Sims here, really lounging in the living room that often. I think it's more like a space where people will hang out if, let's say, they are over for drinks, because as you can see, the counter only has 4 bar stools, so definitely not enough if you have a lot of people visiting. So this is probably another area where people can lounge at. Yeah, so that's what I thought. And also the TV console, the coffee table, the couch are all from the Industrial Loft kit, and I really like it a lot. I also tried to include a lot of plants here. You can see later on, I think a lot of the plants here are from the Blooming Rooms kit, which I really, really love. Oh my goodness. I actually really love the kits that the Sims 4 team come up with, even though I know not a lot of people are like big fans of it. But honestly speaking, I think the kits are pretty good, and I do want to get more kits. So I know that the Sims team recently released the Little Campus kit. Actually, is it a kit or is it a stuff right now? I can't even remember, but yeah, okay. But either way, I just really like the kits that the Sims team have put out recently, and I definitely would be getting more. I'm actually considering to get a few new packs. So I think previously I did mention that I was thinking about getting Discover University. I think there's another one, Snowy Escape. So I'm still thinking about it. I don't know what I'll get in the end, but hopefully by the end of this week I will have an idea of what I want to get. And so I also added lights here. So these are lights from the Industrial Loft kit as well. And I also added this wall decal thing where the sink is. I just thought like it needed something there, so I just added that in. Yeah. And over here at the entryway, wait, are we working on the entryway? Okay, we're not working on the entryway, but either way, the entryway is really simple. I just placed I can't remember if I placed a mirror there. Maybe I have a mirror and then like a coat rack and then shoes, and then over here under the staircase, I thought it was a bit too empty and I really wanted to make use of the space here, so I added a bookshelf. I added another chair, and then I used the table with a lot of plants that is from Blooming Rooms kit, and then the plants on top are also from the Blooming Rooms kit, which I really, really, really like. I think it really just fits with this whole industrial theme. And I think, I don't know, I just think that, wait, is that from the Industrial Loft kit? Oh my goodness, now I'm even more confused. But either way, I think the Blooming Rooms kit and Industrial Loft kit really go well together. Yeah, and I also added those so-called poofs under the table, but they are not actually poofs, so they are side tables where your Sims can actually put stuff on it. So you'll never see them sitting on it if you're waiting for that to happen. So no, they won't be sitting on it. It's only for them to put stuff on. Yeah. So we'll be moving on to the second level pretty soon. So the second level only has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. The layout is pretty simple, pretty clear cut. Yeah, so I had initially wanted a master bathroom, but then I realized that the room was a bit too small for my liking, so I just scrapped that idea and then just made one common bathroom where both of them have to share. And I thought it kind of worked better that way because I was really struggling with trying to place all the items that I wanted to place into the bedroom, and I thought that, the Sims would probably benefit with a bigger room, so I just decided to go with that. Yeah, and I also created a lot of diagonal walls. If you see in my build, I just thought that I actually don't really like that the doors are like at the corner. It just like, it's so irritating to have the walls at the corner, but sometimes the floor plan is just like this, so you just have to go with it. But if it's possible, I would try to create diagonal walls just to make it not look so awkward. It's just, I don't like it like when the walls are like a 90-degree and then one of the doors are just there. It's just very annoying to me. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, that's something I really cannot stand, and I'll try my best to not make it happen if I could. So this is where I created that diagonal wall, and I think it really looks so much better. It doesn't look very abrupt, if you get what I mean. And then over here, I used the Industrial Loft Kit's bed in this red swatch. I have actually never used this swatch before, and I thought, maybe I should go with it. And I also kind of paired it with the wallpaper that came with, I think it's Jungle Adventure, and I think they go really well together, and that's how I came up with this whole red theme for the room. I also added these neon lights at the top of the bed, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know, I don't know, I just thought it looks very like a mixologist room or something like that. So yeah, and I also placed a couple of plants inside. I really wanted to make sure that I added plants here because I honestly think that the industrial vibe and just a lot of plants just, I don't know, they just go very well together. But over here, I used the drawers from the Tiny Living stuff pack. Is it even a stuff pack? You know what? I can't even remember whether if this is a stuff pack, but this is just from the Tiny Living pack, and I placed a full mirror, the one from Jungle Adventure, in this room as well. And now we are moving to the second bedroom, which is for the college student. So I wanted to use like a queen size bed, but I realized it would be too cramped for me to place a study table inside, so that's why I just decided to go with a single bed. And this one is from Jungle Adventure. I actually used quite a bit of Jungle Adventure items here as well, so I just think that this room looks really cool actually. Yeah, I really like how I placed everything. I think the final layout looks really nice, even though I struggled a bit initially. So I did put a study table, I gave this sim a cabinet, and then a bookshelf as well. Nothing here is really matchy because I just thought, this sim probably maybe thrifted a lot of it, and I assume that the the wardrobe came with this room, but everything else is probably thrifted or brought over from his or her other rental place. And then I also placed this plant on the side here. Later on, you'll see that I placed a lot of boxes on the floor because I did mention earlier that I imagined that this sim probably just moved in to this rental, and still hasn't really finished unpacking, just really doing more of the important stuff as of now, which is just getting the table ready to, you know, be more motivated. And then yeah, because life still goes on, even though you're moving, you still need to make sure that you're productive, that you're still on top of whatever you need to do. So really just unpacking all the essentials in the beginning, and then just slowly unpacking afterwards. And I thought it was a really nice touch to it. And this is the first time I actually added a rubbish bin in the room. I don't know why, but whenever I build in The Sims, I only put like the rubbish bins in the kitchen. I have no idea why, but I think it makes like a lot of sense to place a rubbish bin in the room, because you'll need to throw rubbish, right? And you don't want to be going all the way down, especially if you're living in a 2-story townhouse. You don't want to have to walk all the way down just to throw like a tissue paper. So naturally you'll have a rubbish bin in your room. But I don't know why, it's only this build that it just came to me that I should include a rubbish bin. So yeah, now that I think of it, I should probably include rubbish bins into my future builds, like in the rooms and not just in the kitchen. Yeah. So this room is now coming together, and you know what's funny? I've actually never used this wallpaper from Jungle Adventure, because I don't even know they exist. And I was just searching through the catalog. I was just like, oh, what? We have this and I don't know? Like, I've never actually used it. I don't think I've used it because I don't recall myself using it. So then I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I've never used it before, and it looks so nice. So yeah, I'll definitely be using much more now that I know it's there. And right now we're just moving on to the very small, okay, I wouldn't say very small, but just a smaller bathroom here. It's pretty cramped, and I actually didn't test this build. So if anything's kind of like in the way, I think you just need to shift things around. Yeah, I think you just need to shift things around, and I think it will work fine. I did change up the tiles in this toilet as well, because I didn't want it to have the same tiles as the common area. I thought it would look pretty weird, but yeah, just adding a rug on the floor, and then we are pretty much done with the bathroom. I think we'll be moving on to the backyard soon. I think so, yeah. I think we'll be moving on to the backyard soon. Over here, in the hallway of the second level, I just basically added the laundry baskets and then a picture. Yeah. And over here is where you can see me struggle a lot with the platforms and the staircase, which, oh my god, it was so annoying. I was so annoyed that I couldn't make it work. I don't know how, man, like, honestly. But I mean, eventually everything worked out, so I'm not complaining anymore. I'm just really glad that I managed to figure out, because it was really taking me a long time, and I'm not someone who can I can't sit down for a really long time. I actually need to move. So every once in a while, I just pause the video and then I just walk around a bit, because yeah. Or sometimes if I'm so annoyed that I can't get something to work, I just stop recording and I'll get back into it again the next day. Yeah, that's how annoyed I am with building in The Sims sometimes, because I can't get things to work. But yeah, I mean, I'm really getting the hang of it now, and I'm just really loving building in The Sims. It's really like a, what do you call that, like a stress reliever. Like, honestly, building in The Sims just make me forget about my worries, and I really like that, because, you know, sometimes we just have too many things on our mind, and if you need an escape, I don't know, sometimes like people, they can't find like a way to kind of de-stress. So I always think that it's important that you have something that you can distract yourself from whenever you are stressed. So for me, it's either going for a run, or walking around the reservoir, playing in The Sims, or just cleaning my room. I know cleaning my room sounds a bit weird, but honestly, cleaning my room and then making sure that it's clean kind of just puts my head in a better space. Like, afterwards, I'm just in a better headspace, and I like that. So yeah, so if you're feeling stressed, just try to find something that you can do, or like just something that helps you de-stress. I find that reading, exercising, or just playing a Sims really helps me a lot. Yeah, so we're pretty much coming to the end of this build, and the screenshots will be coming right after, so stay tuned for that. And if you like this build, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications button so you get notified each time I post a new one. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.